Golf's longest day. Typically, it's 36 holes. Some golfers play in one day to qualify for the U.S. Open. And now one Houston resident is taking that phrase to another level, one much, much higher, as he tells Zach Tawatari.
Pick the hardest sports. Golf.
What's the next shot?
And running.
What's the next step?
Would likely come to mind.
Training myself to just keep going.
But this native Houston golfer.
I played in high school here in Houston, Memorial.
And ultramarathon, Coconos.
Ironman and High Rocks and 100-miler.
Has come up with an extreme way to combine them.
What's the most epic thing we can do in the city of Houston? It's got to be in 24 hours.
Coconos started the sport of endurance golf a few years ago.
My golf background, all these endurance feats that I do, it's just kind of all naturally came together.
Chasing a little white ball.
Cokinos.
Or the finish line, it turns out, have more in common than you'd think.
Golf's always a mental game. Like I've always mentally been very good. Kind of in between the years, I'm able to refocus off of bad shots. And it's kind of translates the same way to, running 100 miles or 100 or more miles. When you're in the middle of a race, you're constantly problem solving.
The sport is pretty much what it sounds like. Play as many holes as possible within an allotted amount of time. Last year, Coconos played sun up to sundown. But this year, he's planning to play an entire day to see how many holes he can get in 24 hours at East River 9. This time, attempting to set a Guinness World Record.
East River's a 1-mile loop. It's pretty simple, and it's 9 holes. So, the fastest I've done a 100-miler in is just under 23 hours. So I think, all things considered, whether I should cross 100 miles on foot. So that would be 900 holes of golf. Anything past that, I'd feel really, really accomplished.
But Kyle's go at getting his name in the books is hardly about him. The avid outdoorsman's efforts are all for charity. This year for Camp Aranzazu, where kids with disabilities and illnesses get to reconnect with nature.
And brings them down to Rockport, Texas. It's 100+ acres of protected coastline, and they give them the outdoor experience they've been robbed of. So think sailing, fishing, birding, zip lining. They do a lot of fun stuff that these kids don't get to do when they're in the hospital or dealing with a disability.
And for this husband and father who's managed to find the time to train for this longest day in golf.
My family thinks I'm a nut, especially because we're waiting on our third kid to be due in November.
This record-setting attempt is an opportunity to make every step and every shot count.
Giving them the opportunity, that's what I'll be thinking of in those terrible hours. I'm really pushing myself. It's just thinking of some of those great stories of kids that go to Camp Aranzazu.
Zach Tawatari, KHOU 11 News.
And the current Guinness record is 421 holes played in 24 hours, by the way. If you're interested in donating to Kyle's cause, you can find out more on KHOU.com.